Hello students. Earlier earlier I was trying to describe you about amino acids, their basic structures, their properties or basic characteristics and various types of amino acids. Today I will trying you to describe about their formulated structures, proteins. So let's start discussion about proteins. Proteins are the complex nitrogenous compound of high molecular weight and constituted about 50% of dry weight of the cell. So characteristics of proteins: they are most abundant macromolecule, they are most diverse chemical formed by various folded linear heteropolymer of amino acid. They are called building blocks of animals or humans and forms structural framework. Functional property, this is their functional property. They are made up of polypeptide chain, but you should know a single polypeptide must be at least 50 amino acid long in order to qualify as a protein. Minimum 50 amino acids should be united to form a protein. Berzelius in 1838 first stated about protein, and Mulder in 1840 coined the term protein. Their molecular weight is from 6,500 to millions. There are various types of polypeptide that can be determined by the formula 20 to the power n, where n is equal to number of amino acids joined to form polypeptide. The main constituents are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, but sometimes sulfur, phosphorus, iron also present. As we can go, carbon 50 to 55%, hydrogen 6.5 to 7.3%, nitrogen 15 to 19%, oxygen 22 to 24%, sulfur 0 to 3%. They are insoluble in water or form turbid solution, alcohol, ether, but they are soluble in strong acid or strong alkali. They are colloidal, they are optically active except glycine. Glycine is optically inactive. Optically active except glycine. After hydrolysis, they yield mixture of alpha amino acids, and this is done by acids. hydrolysis is done by acid. They are synthesized by dehydration process in ribosome. These are the basic characteristics of proteins. Now we move towards structures of protein. There are 4 types of structures, like primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary structure. Primary structure. It depends upon number, nature, and sequence of amino acid molecule in a polypeptide chain, which is determined by unique amino acid sequence linked by peptide, and these type of structures are called primary structures. It is dependent upon number, nature, and sequence of amino acid. Specific amino acid determines the folding of proteins. So the primary structures would be like this. Specific amino acid determines the folding here. There is no another additional bond formation. But in secondary structure, it is special arrangement of polypeptide chain, and it is formed by hydrogen bond formation. It is of 2 types, alpha helix. It is discovered by Pauling and Corey. It is rod-like structures, and it's stabilized by hydrogen bond I mentioned earlier between NH and CO groups of peptide. Each residue is related to the next one. It is of this type of shape. Each residue related to this one or the next one by translation of 1.5 angstrom along the helix and a rotation of 100 degree. As a result, 3.6 amino acid residues are present per turn. 3.6 amino acid residues per turn of the helix. It is right-handed helix in which pitch is 5.4 angstrom. So this is very important. Per turn 3.6 amino acids and the pitch is 5.4 angstrom. It is present in alpha keratin of hair and wool, in myosin, and in fibroin. Another secondary structure is called beta pleated sheet. It is a zigzag structure like this. This is the bond formed in between the peptide bonds. This is sheet-like rather than rod. It is fully extended, whereas in alpha helix it was coiled. Each polypeptide chain occurs in every 3 to 6 angstrom distance. It is found in silk fiber and beta keratin, where the polypeptide chains are parallel in beta keratin and anti-parallel in silk fiber. Next we move into tertiary structure. when a long polypeptide chain with or without helix is coiled and folded in itself by hydrogen bond, van der Waals force or interaction, ionic bonds and hydrophobic interactions. The bonds or interactions are very important in each structures. So they are folded by hydrogen bond, van der Waals force, ionic bonds, hydrophobic interactions, resulting a three-dimensional configuration called tertiary structures. It is found in globular protein. It is structural difference. I will mention later. It is stabilized by, it is made by hydrogen bond, van der Waals force, ionic bonds and hydrophobic interactions, but stabilized by disulfide bond. Mind it, it's stabilized by disulfide bond. It is present in globular protein like myoglobin, etc. Next, quaternary structures. The final and most complex structures, quaternary structures. Several polypeptide chains or subunits which are not covalently linked to one another is united by enzyme activity like phosphorylase in hemoglobin to form quaternary structures. They may be of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. When the subunits are identical, they are called homogeneous. But when the subunits are dissimilar, they are called heterogeneous, like hemoglobin. It is made up of four polypeptide chain, out of which two are alpha and two beta. These four subunits are linked to each other by hydrogen bond and hydrophobic interaction. So the four subunits which are closely attached or closely linked to one another, it is called molecule. Four subunits are closely linked, so it is called, hemoglobin is called molecule. Now we enter into the classification of protein. On the basis of structure, proteins are two types, fibrous protein and globular protein. Fibrous protein, they are composed of long and rod-shaped molecule of polypeptide chain arranged together like collagen, keratin and elastin. They are fibrous protein. Whereas globular or spherical or oval shaped, those are soluble in water, are called globular protein, like albumin. Albumin are of various types, like serum albumin in blood, lactalbumin in milk, ovalbumin in egg yolk. Hemoglobin is a globular protein. Ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase and histones are globular proteins. According to their chemical composition, they are of various types. Simple, made up of only amino acids like albumin, globulin, histones, etc. They are made up of only amino acids. But when another compounds are attached with amino acids called conjugated protein, like lipoprotein. Lipids are attached with proteins. It is present in lipovitelline of egg yolk. Glycoprotein. Carbohydrates are attached as prosthetic group, but glycoproteins are those conjugated protein where carbohydrate are less 4% in amount, like mucin of saliva, 3 hormones, human chorionic gonadotropin, follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone also contain glycoprotein. But in mucoprotein, amount of carbohydrate is greater than 4%. Chromoprotein, pigments are present along with amino acid like hemoglobin, where iron is present, hemocyanin, where copper is present, and cytochrome, present in plants where iron is along with amino acids. Metalloprotein. Metal ions are present like tyrosinase, where copper is present, carbonic anhydrase, where zinc is present. Phosphoprotein, it is present in casein of milk. Phosphate group or phosphoric acid is present along with amino acid. And last, lecithoprotein. Fibrinogen, where lecithin is present. Derived proteins are those classes of proteins that is derived by treatment of protein with heat, enzymes, or chemical reagents. When protein is treated with heat, enzymes, or chemical reagents, the products are called derived proteins like protease, peptone, metaproteins, etc. Proteins are further subdivided into 3 types on the basis of types of polypeptide, like monomeric, where one type of polypeptide is involved, to form protein. Oligomeric, 2 to 9 type of polypeptide is involved. Dimeric, tetrameric, and polymeric, more than 10 polypeptide. Like ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase, 24 units present, and in pyruvate dehydrogenase 72 units are present. So the various proteins which are used or which are important in living world or living body, like collagen, it is intracellular ground substances. Receptor proteins, they are sensory in nature. Antibody or immunoglobulin, made up of globulin like proteins, and variously important as in immune system, insulin, the important hormone, and trypsin, an important enzyme, proteolytic enzyme. So I discussed about proteins. Hope all of you understand it.